I want to talk about a subject called welfare. Okay. Um, I'm making this video. It's not to bash nobody on it. I'm not directly talking to anyone that's on it. But I'm just talking about different views and my experience with it. Now, all this come from the Department of Human Services. And they used to call it AFDC. That's where you get food stamps, and they call it a welfare check, where you would get food stamps for each child that you have, plus they will give you a check for each child that you have. But now things have changed. Okay, number one, the food stamps. It's known as SNAP now. So that means that they don't give the coupons out no more. Now they put it on a EBT card, where in some states you could just, they put on the EBT card and you just go to the store and you just buy whatever you want. But in most states, they give you a list of what you can purchase out of the store with the EBT card. Now, the food stamps, they are not to be sold. They are to be integrated into the household through by providing food for the kids and everyone in the household for the month. But now a lot of people sell them. But you know, people do what, I guess what they call it, what they have to do. But with all that being said, is why go and get them if your kids gonna be still hungry throughout the month? You might, for example, you might get them at the beginning of the month. In the middle of the month, you don't have no food in your freezer. You don't have nothing for the kids to eat. Not noodles, not cornflakes, not milk, not nothing. Your kids have to go to other people's house and eat. Your kids have to go and ask people for money to go to the store and try to buy food for other siblings that they're responsible for, instead of the parent being there. And I think personally, a child needs to be a child, and a grown-up should not put a 5-year-old in charge of younger kids under its age. I mean, that's just me. I just think it's unfair to the child. Okay? Because I understand a lot of parents, they have to work now. You know, but there's no excuse for you to put your 5-year-old in charge of your 1-year-old, your 6 months, your 9-month-old child. I'm talking about cooking, cleaning, doing everything that a grown-up should do. I've seen it happen, and I know it happened. But I just didn't say nothing because I didn't want the parent to get in trouble, because I figured, hey, mind my business. You know, people would leave their kids at home and they go out, they go partying, they drinking, smoking, whatever they doing. That's not fair to the child. Let a child be a child. Now, I'm going to move on to another section of welfare, and it's called TANF. TANF, Temporary Assistance for Needy Families. Okay, now, that is one program that I liked about it, because what it does is they provide monetary assistance. You get food stamps for each child, monetary for each child. But the only thing about that is when they give you a TANF check, if your TANF check, if your child support check is more than the TANF that they give you, they take that TANF money out that you receive, and if you have a balance left, they'll send it to you. Okay. Now, a lot of people don't understand that, because now what the program is designed to do is to help people find jobs, help people with the equipped with the right training, so they will be successful in finding a job, such as resumes and different programs and WIC and a lot of stuff to help you not depend on the government. I mean, I liked it. I enjoyed that program. I met some great people. I mean, they weren't as educated as me, but I enjoyed talking to them. They would tell me about a lot of stuff that I didn't understand, because they had been on it more than I did. But my goal was to be on it until I get up on my feet. That's all. Because, then I had separated from my husband, didn't have no job, didn't have nothing, and pretty much welfare was the only thing I could lean on. And at first, I was like having thoughts, do I really want to do this, or do I just want to? But things were getting hard. Me and my baby, we needed a place to stay. We needed some things done immediately. So therefore, I couldn't sit around and hold my hand and twiddle my thumb, because I had another life that depended on me. That was my child. That was my child. And when your child comes to you and mention stuff to you or talk to you about stuff that's going on that you don't think they're paying attention to, it's time for a change. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care how you're doing. It's time for a change. Because a child's mentally stage starts when they are a toddler. They remember stuff. A lot of kids remember stuff from a year and a half to 2 years. They'll remember stuff all through the rest of their life. That's why you have to remember, you have to remember what you're doing for, and who. You can't just have kids and expect kids to raise themselves. You can't just have kids and dump them off with your mama, with your sister, with your uncle, with your aunt. That don't make sense. Why have kids if you just gonna dump them off on somebody else? Nobody wants nobody else's problem. Nobody. But one decision I made after I got pregnant and had my baby, during my pregnancy, I had a whole lot to think about. And it wasn't no mess either. I had a whole lot to think about. And by the time I had my child, my plan was worked out. My plan was worked out. And I knew what I had to do. I knew I had to go back to school. I knew I had to get my high school diploma. I knew I had to do what I needed to do to take care of my child. It doesn't matter if I had somebody there with me. It doesn't matter. That was my child. Even though I had help conceiving her, that was my child. That was my responsibility as far as I was concerned. Because my child depended on me. I carried my child for 9 months. My child was used to me. My child wasn't used to the father. My child wasn't used to the grandmother. My child wasn't used to the auntie. She was used to me. So she depended on me. She looked to me for me to do what I need to do for us, particularly her. So that's why a lot of things I still don't do till this day. I just don't. Because I don't feel like it's fair. Because however the mother's life is like throughout the child's bringing up, that's what that child's life gonna be about. That's what your child life gonna be about. So you have to stop being so inconsiderate and think about your other responsibilities that you have. Think about your other responsibilities. And you know what really made me want to go back to school and get my high school diploma is when my child, I think she was in the 4th grade, she came home one day. She was doing homework. And she asked me a math question. I couldn't even help her solve the math problem. And I was so hurt. I was hurt because she was hurt. She was upset because she couldn't get it. And so then, you know, that really put my mind in, you know, motivate. Put everything else aside, motivate. You know, you got, hey, somebody depending on you, got a responsibility now. You can't sit around and smoke weed. You can't sit around and drink. You can't sit around and have fun when you get ready. Not saying that she blocked me from doing whatever I wanted to do. It just, I knew what I had to do because I had a responsibility. And I knew that. And I didn't want nobody else fooling with my child but me. And how I know it was meant for my child to be with me because I think when she was about 6 months, I tried to find daycares to put her in because I was thinking about going back to work. And I was looking for daycares. And at the time, it wasn't number 2 daycares around here that I knew of that was active. And they were full and they weren't accepting no more kids. So I'm like, okay, girl, you got to get yourself together. You got to get your mind going. You got to let all this other stuff go. And hey, you got to do what you got to do. So what I did was, I was my child's first teacher. I was. I would go to Dollar General. I would buy ABC books, shake books, the color books, the little nursery rhymes, and all that. And I would read to my child every night, every morning, every afternoon. She was playing. She was grinning. She didn't know. She thought we were just having fun, but she didn't know she was learning. But see, everybody ain't got that intelligence. They ain't got that intellectual. Because a lot of people, they run away from responsibility. And then they wonder why their kids resent them. They wonder why their kids don't want to fool with them. They wonder why their kids have animosity with them. Because the child don't know you. You got to put in time with your kids from birth. If you don't put in time with your kids from birth, your kids are not going to know how to socialize with society. Because you are your child's first teacher. I don't care if you got 10 kids. If you got 5 of them that's old enough to sit down and listen at you read and show them the pictures and stuff and the colors and ABCs, they don't know. They'll think they playing. But it's about the time that you take out with your children. Your children appreciate that. They might not never come and tell you, Mama, I thank you for helping me. I appreciate you. But when they get older, they show you. Like that saying say, you take care of your kids take care of you. Even though I'm not, if my mind is not even in that mind frame. But I want my child to be a productive citizen, to be able to get along with people in society, work around anybody, any age group, any gender, any race. Treat people right. Don't be trying to misuse nobody. Don't use nobody. If you can do for yourself, do for yourself. Don't hold what you got and try to use somebody else. Because in the long run, what goes up must come down. What goes east gonna come west. And you can bet your bottom dollar on that. So that's why I say, I ain't got time. I have a child that depends on me. She's still learning. She don't know everything. She's still learning. That's why if she come and ask me a question, even now, I tell her the honest truth. I don't lie to her. I tell her just what it is. Because 9 times out of 10, it's going to turn out just like I say. It always does. But you have to be mindful. Quit using your kids to get what you want. Get what you want on your own. Don't be using your kids. Now, another thing I want to address is HUD and Section 8. Now, this is a program that's designed for low-income families. Low-income families. It's designed to help the family able to provide rent. It's not to boast about. It's not to brag about. It's to assist the household, the kids, mainly. But you can't put your kids on your Section 8 application and your kids ain't staying with you. But you're out in the street, you bragging about what you got when your kids done help you and they ain't even staying there. And 9 times out of 10, you're getting food stamps for them, and they ain't there. That's why people like that on welfare need to respect people that pay rent out of their pocket with no help. Section 8 don't give them $1. HUD don't give them a penny. This is straight money. You working, this is straight money out of your pocket. And then you got to turn around and you got to buy food. You can't play like that. I mean, like I said, I don't have no problem with it. I've been on TANF and I've got food stamps. But like I said, it was temporary. But when I was able to get myself stable and I got off of it, it's not to stay on there a long time. They just there to assist you. It's not, it don't mean you just sit on your butt and don't do nothing. And then you're going to sit around and brag about what you got. You ain't got nothing. I've never been a bragger. I've had bukus of money. I've had no money. But I'm still the same. But every time I got to pay out of my pocket for everything I need. Don't nobody give me nothing. I do what I gotta do because I have a responsibility. I don't have time to play. I don't have time to chase no man. I don't have time to be out in the street arguing about this, arguing about that, when I gotta pay out of my pocket cash money for anything I get. But hey, sometimes I have a little bit more where I can go buy me or stock up on me a little bit more groceries than I usually get. But hey, I take advantage of that. I don't sit around and worry about the next person, because me worrying about the next person ain't getting me nothing. And I did this all my life. Ain't nobody gave me nothing. I wish I would have had help paying rent. Those are people that's on welfare and ain't trying to do nothing, ain't trying to get no job, ain't trying to better themselves. Those are people that's abusing the welfare system. But if they make people get up off their butt and go, if they ain't doing them a volunteering a certain amount of hours, a week, a month, or whatever, that will be great. Because you have people, they sit around here, they ain't got nothing else to do. And then they want to try to badger people that do get up off their butt and do work. Want folks to be like them. Sit around and drink all day. Sit around and hustle all day. Lay around all day with everybody come in sight. That's why I said people always say they want my life. People don't want my life. I've been through hell and back, but I made it. I made it because I worked by the sweat of my eyebrow. Now, I let people come in and enjoy my word with me, and that won't happen no more. There are two things I'm not going to do. I'm not getting married no more, and I'm not getting in no relationship no more with nobody. Nobody. Because I don't want to deal with the hassle. I don't want to deal with the problems. I got enough of my own problems. I don't need nobody else's. I don't need nobody else's problem. And I meant that. Now, people ought to be thanking God that they blessed enough to have assistance. But you want to sit around and abuse the system and talk about what you got and all this and all that. Take away that and you ain't got nothing because you ain't going to work. I work. And I'm going to keep on working. People going to have to realize how they treating their kids when they younger. And then wonder why they so terrible when they get grown. You ain't taught them nothing. You ain't taught them nothing but to sell drugs. Don't worry. You sell drugs, you ain't got to worry about nothing. You would just be set free for life. Bum off people. Mellow with people. Talk about people. Misuse people. Be a groupie. Be in a clique. When it boils down to it, 9 times out of 10, that clique or that group ain't gonna help you. You get in trouble, guess what that group and that clique gonna do? I told him and her, I ain't putting no bun on them books. You got to think, you got to think for your children. A lot of people don't know it, but their kids mimic how they live. The mother and the father. And these fathers too, I ain't gonna leave them out. Because they need to know how to be fathers too. Because they don't know. Because the father is the first man that the child, him or her, will see. And if he ain't doing right, then hey, if he out beating this woman, guess what the son gonna do? Find him a weak woman and beat her. And the pot can't talk about the cattle. And the same thing about a woman. If her daughter see her laying up with everybody, bumming and all that, that's what she gonna do. You gotta be an example for your kids. You got to teach them. Welfare's all right, but if you don't need to, get up off your butt and work. Get up off your butt and work. And then the first thing people say when they go and sign up for assistance, they just turn in so much information. They just want so much in my business. Yeah, they do. They already know. They just gonna see it. You gonna tell them. That's why it ain't nothing you can't go over there and tell them folks that they don't know. They don't know already. You over here getting Section 8. You don't think them folks don't know your kids ain't staying with you? You getting food stamps. Don't you know them folks know your kids ain't there? People better get real. I deal with real people. I don't deal with fake people. Because I'm real. I'm like that. If I can help myself, I help myself. I don't care if people laugh at me. Let people laugh at me. Let people talk about me. I'm good. I say this all the time and I can't stress it enough. I'm good. I'm good. I ain't got to struggle no more. I ain't got to ask nobody for nothing no more. I ain't got no worries no more. I ain't got all that because I don't have mess in my life. I have peace in my life. I ain't got time for no drama. But like I said, on that positive note, hey, it is what it is. But you need to know, you can't be playing. And leave me alone, because I work for mine. Don't nobody give me nothing. I don't get no food stamp. I don't get no HUD and no Section 8. Everything I pay out my pocket. Cash money. And I know 9 times out of 10, guess what? Can't none of y'all do what I do. Because you done have a nervous breakdown. But you so insist want to be in my life and want to be me and want to do what I do. I do what I got to do because I have to. Because I got enough sense to know don't nobody else give a damn. I ain't never trusted nobody. Never. And I still don't trust nobody still to this day. Nobody. I can listen at you. Oh, I love you. I want to do this for you. And I'm going to help you. And I'm going to do that. I don't care. I can do the same for myself. That's why ain't nobody going to be bringing a mess in my life and think it's going to stay there. No. That's why I tell everybody. If you want a man, you want a woman, go on and get it. There's no reason to be messing with me because I care less. I don't want now another man. I care less. So 9 times out of 10, what you doing ain't even, it's irrelevant to me because it don't even matter no more. So I'm not jealous of anything. Nothing. Because nothing you doing I want to do. I'm doing me. I don't want to be on welfare no more. I don't want to be on food stamps no more. And I was embarrassed to be on TANF then. But after I got up in there and started going to them meetings and them different classes that they had, I learned a lot of stuff. And then plus a lot of other, mothers and girls and stuff that was around me, and they knew much more information than I did. And, they would like talk to me and tell me about a lot of stuff, because I used to wonder like, why this? Why they do this? Why they do that? But after they got through explaining everything to me, it made sense. It made sense. On that TANF, the only thing I had to do was job search every day. I volunteered at Polo. Well, I didn't volunteer. I just volunteered because you have to. At least at least 25 hours a week. It depends on, how old your child is and how many kids you have. But at the time, mine was 13, so I can do 8 and more hours. So every day I did 8 hours volunteering. Wasn't getting paid. Only TANF. And that was like, what? $132 for the month. And they made it up in food stamps, but by the time I got through buying clothes and school supplies, it wasn't enough. I mean, I had food stamps to buy food, but what about soap and other stuff that we needed? Then got to pay light bill out of that. You got to buy clothes, you got to buy shoes, you got to buy school supplies, mop stuff, clean stuff, soap, tissue. That wasn't enough for the month for me. So that made me want to job search even harder and look even further. Because I knew that I didn't want this to be long term. So I had to do what I had to do to make it short term. But I made it. It was a lot of times I had to cry. But I made it. While everybody else was running around hee-hawing and laughing at me and talking about me, guess what? God was making a way. God was making a way. And when he made that way, guess what? Everybody that left my life, they won't come back. But you know what? I learned to be cordial. I learned to be cordial. That was all I needed to do was be cordial. I didn't have to talk, get off around me. I didn't have to do all that. And everybody seen me getting myself together. Hey, they decided to just poof. But I made it. We made it. We went through some things, but we made it. One thing I learned, God will bring you through some things to bring you through it. And he will not leave you. It'll look like he done left you. You'll just be going through stuff. Like, Lord, I'm doing everything right. Everything. But time all that confusion leave, everything go back to being normal. That's why can't nobody tell me it ain't no God. You can hide my Bible. You can say what you want about me. You can tell me it ain't no God. You can tell me you don't believe in God, but I do. Because without the grace of God, I wouldn't be here on several occasions. That's why can't nobody tell me nothing. Nobody can't tell me how to live. Nobody can't tell me. I make that decision. I know what I need in my life. Nobody else don't. A lot of things I still go and pray to God about. I be want to do stuff, but I gotta go pray to God and see what he say. If he allowed to happen, then he'll prove it. If it don't happen, then hey, he said no, that's not the best decision. And while a lot of times you see me with my mouth closed, it's closed for a reason. No, I don't think I'm better than nobody else. But I've been through so much stuff. I know what life is like. I don't care if people done talked about me behind all my life. I'm fat, I'm short teeth, I'm ugly, I'm this and I'm that. But you still want to be around me if I'm all that. So I must be doing something good, something right that you like or don't like. But I can guarantee you I'm going to keep doing it. I guarantee you I'm going to keep doing it. People better be careful how they treat their kids. Then you wonder why your kids cuss you out when they see you. They don't know you. They don't know your personality. They don't know when you mean business. They don't know when you joking. They don't know. They don't know how to take you. They don't know your personality. And you can't fault the kid, you fault yourself. Because as a parent, a mother and a father, you can either be in your child's life or you can remove yourself from your child's life. It's whichever you prefer. But either way it go, you hurting your child. You not hurting the other spouse. You hurting your child, your children. Every day that you're not in their life, you hurting your kids. But you're out in the street think you're doing something with your legs all up in the air all the time and all that kind of mess. Yeah, I still do what I need to do, but hey, it's not a factor in my life anymore. It's not a factor in my life anymore. I've come to a realization that things that matter needs to be priority. And all this other stuff, it needs to be on the back burner. Because it ain't worth fooling with, it ain't worth talking about, it ain't worth even indulging in. Nothing. It ain't even worth discussing. It ain't even worth discussing. I'm happy. I'm very happy. I'm not a jealous person. Hey, if somebody got something, I'm happy for you. But the Bible tells you don't be bragging. The Bible tells you don't be bragging. Don't be boasting about what you got. What you got is for you. I don't need to know what you got. Only you need to know. I don't covet nothing my neighbor got. Because God already done told me not to. I don't care how fine your man is. I don't want it. I don't care what you got. I don't want it. I'm just, I'm just like Job. I suffer like I've been doing from 2009 until, I'm just like Job. I ain't finna cuss God to his face and die. I'm gonna keep on going to this because I know one thing about it. God gonna give me everything back threefold. God don't never leave me wrong. He don't never have me in the place where I need to do for somebody. Or I need to be there to even just listen or talk to somebody about a situation. Sometimes I wonder, why am I here? Why is this person talking to me? But God just say, shut up and listen. Listen. And then sometimes I'll sit there and just let the person talk. Just let the person say what they got to say. I won't say nothing. I yield to my Holy Spirit. I don't try to override my Holy Spirit. I don't try to override God and His words. You can't no way. Satan is something else. Satan got one goal, to get your mind. And if he got your mind, guess what? He got your flesh. And the flesh will do anything and say anything. And I'm going to say this before I get ready to close this video. I know Satan don't like me. And a lot of people that come around me don't like me. Because I am who I am. And I believe what I believe. And I believe in God. Through faith. And it shows. It shows. God is on me every day. It shows. And people see the glow. And they don't know where it's coming from. They don't know where it's coming from. All they know, they see a glow. That's God's glory. I can't do nothing about that. That's God's glory. It ain't, hey, you reap what you sow. You do good, you reap so. You do bad, you reap bad. There's no way around it. You either gonna be foolish or you gonna be wise. Now, once can't nobody get over on me about nothing. I done hung around many of people, old, young, whatever, and I took advice from them. And the advice they gave me was correct. But like I said, it took me to get on this TANF, to get around these group of people. Here I am, 20-something years old, up in the meetings and stuff with 18, 19-year-olds. Might have had one or two, it was their first time like mine, but everybody else was in there getting on it. Christmas over, they getting off of it. Come around another holiday, they getting back on it. But no, that wasn't me. That wasn't my goal. So I couldn't do like them. I couldn't do that because that wasn't what I wanted to do or what I was set out to do. My goal was to not make this thing long term. And I even set a time limit for this TANF program. A time limit. I worked a year and a half with no pay, volunteering on the TANF. I gotta pay light bill. I gotta buy school clothes. I gotta buy tissue. I gotta do all that. Nobody didn't want to trade stamps with me. Nobody didn't want to help me. But every time I turn around, my lights was paid. I had food in my house. I had all the supplies I need because I kept my faith and I didn't depend on man. When I said man, I the same thing as woman. I didn't depend on nobody. Because everybody I went to, they told me no. But when the Lord gave me my blessing, the look on their face, just envious. Envious. How you gonna be envious of somebody done been down and then got back up through by helping their own self, but you want to sit up there and envy a person, be jealous and talk about a person and go behind their back and do this and do that. That's why I said people don't know what I've been through. I've been through hell and back. A lot of people don't know it. But I tell the little stuff, piece by piece doing these videos. But hey, other than that, hey, I don't just tell my business to everybody. But I found this is where my comfort zone is. This is how I can talk, and I don't feel like I'll be judged. Or I won't feel like I'm saying something wrong, or I'm talking about somebody, or I'm doing it. This is my life. Every video I have made, it's been about my life and what's going on in it. And I don't just put my business out there like that. These videos are just briefing videos. And this is just expressing myself because I'm entitled to do that. And there's nothing nobody can do about it. Because I have freedom of speech. I really do. I don't care what I've done. I don't care what I have been through. I know the direction I want to go. I know how I want my life to be. I can't live my life like nobody else. I got to live my life how I want to live it. Now, I don't tell people, you need to live your life this way. You need to live your life that way. No. I mind my own business and live my life. And like I say, everybody that came in my life, and hey, I took in your information, and hey, I understood what you said, and hey, I thank you. And I'm still open for advice now because, hey, I don't know. And once I begin to start talking to people, I had to go from not talking to people to gradually talking to people. Because that messes with people emotions and feelings. When you have people, oh, you can't talk to that person, you can't talk to this person. No, let me talk to who I want to talk to. You talk to who you want to talk to. I don't care who you go get in cahoots with. I don't care. Go there and rule them. You ain't gonna rule me. You ain't gonna rule me. I ain't letting nobody have that much control over my life no more. I don't care. I go through hell and back like I've been, and I go again. Because it don't make sense for people want to take people's life and just ball it up like it's a piece of paper and just throw it away and then think you're supposed to get it back out of the garbage can and spread it back out and it's supposed to be the same. It don't work that way. It don't matter if people hurt my feelings. It don't matter what a person try to do in my face. It don't matter. It don't matter. That don't matter. That's irrelevant. I ain't got no business worried about that. That ain't my problem. My problem is to stay on my path and go the way I'm going. I don't know what these other roads and paths leads to. I don't know what it leads to. So why would I get off a path that I know and go on a path that I don't know? Don't know which way to turn. Don't know if it's going to be a dead end. Don't know what. You got to set goals in life. And then the people that go from my family to everybody else that's involved in my life personally, they know what I'm trying to do. They know what I'm trying to do. But in their mind, they got to stop me. They can't let me get to where I'm going because they know it's going to better myself. But that's all right too. I'm still going. As long as I keep putting one foot in front of the other every day. Every day. Every day. I don't care how I feel. I don't care if I feel at my lowest. And a lot of mornings I get up, I'm there. Because I'm praying. I'm asking God to just send his angels and protect me and just show me things. Come talk to me. Let me know so I would know. I don't fool with a lot of people. People call me crazy. They can say I'm stupid. They can say whatever. But I know what God wants me to do. I know what God wants me to do. I know. I'm not going to let nobody get me off track of what I need to do. But I'm just saying. I might have rambled a little bit, but hey, I'm just saying. People need to, understand why a person is doing what they're doing before they say anything. If I see anybody doing something, I don't just say, oh, they crazy, they stupid, they doing this and doing that. I don't know why they doing what they doing. That's not my business. But it's my job to pray and make sure that I'm protected and make sure that I got on my armor of God and stay out of the flesh. Because that flesh is something else. It'll eat at your soul too. You can't sit around here and play with these spirits, because spirits are real. You have witchcraft, you have lust spirits, you have Jezebel spirits, you have adultery spirit, you have all kind of different spirits. The way you see people act and they're not in a godly body, that's the spirit that they're in. And the number one spirit that people is in most of the time is lust. Because you lusting after something that you don't want or need. It's just because you see it. That's just like you go in the store. You know you got everything you need. But because you see something, you just gonna get it because you want it right then. But then when you get it, you wondering why you got it. I don't need this. What I get it for? What am I supposed to do with this? And then you get to thinking, that's wasteful. And that's the way I view my body. And that's the way I view my mind and my soul. If I need it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. I used to buy 2 of everything. That was just a want that I wanted to do. But after I sat down and I had to analyze things, hey, some things I had to stop doing. Because, hey, I'm jamming myself up. And then, after I stopped doing that, then, hey, everything just started, just mending back together, just started doing what it needed to do. Everything was simple. So, hey, can't nobody tell me, I know what the struggle like. Can't nobody tell me nothing about the struggle. I know already. I've been through it. I've been through my trials and tribulations. That's why I said there is nothing that can't nothing hurt me. I've been through it. My whole entire life, I've been through it. Like I say, a lot of things I don't talk about because I don't feel like it should be in my videos. But all at the same time is, hey, this is my comfort zone. This is how I can express myself. A lot of people say I'm sitting, she's sitting up there going crazy, talking to the screen or whatever, talking to herself. Hey, this me. This is how I express myself. A lot of people express themselves by cussing people out, beating people up, saying nasty, rude things to people. I mean, hey, people express themselves differently. But hey, I realized I had to get myself together. So hey, I'm good. If you see me with my mouth closed, it's closed for a reason. It's closed for a reason. I listen more than I talk. Because a lot of things, if you listen, your question will be answered. If you just listen. That's what I do. I don't care if I'm making a video. Hey, I listen to myself talking as I make the video. And I do not edit none of my videos. What you see and hear is what you get. Because right now, I don't feel like I need to. Because this is just a way to express myself through talking. Talking. And just telling what's going on. But all at the same time, you know, I can't really worry about that. I got to correct that and move on. I can't keep doing the same thing over and over. Because you ain't gonna get no results if you keep doing things over and over. Because if you keep doing things over and over, you're doing it in retaliation. You're doing it to hurt somebody. You're doing something to make a person mad, agitate a person. Just try to make the person miserable. But if that person's mind is strong enough, hey, that person that's trying to make the other person life miserable, hey, they'll start making their own self miserable. Because hey, this person ain't paying no attention to me. I'm still been making a fool out of myself. So why should I waste my time talking about this person, messing with this person, and saying mean things to this person when they don't even respond? It's common sense. Nobody cares about nobody's smart comment or nobody's smart sayings. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I mean, if you ain't grew up, then you ain't grew up, and I can kind of understand if you ain't grew up, because a lot of grown adults that have not grown up, they still in a kid's body. They think like a kid. They act like a kid. Instead of acting like an adult and accepting their responsibilities, they want to act like a child. They want to do childish things. They don't want to grow up. That's just who they are. They just going to be childish. They're going to be petty. They're going to run around and act like a teenager, 13, 16, 17-year-old. Because that's who they are. And I believe people for who they are. I believe people for who they are. But hey, like I said, you know, a lot of things is, hey, have its advantages and it have its disadvantages. But as for me, hey, it was good while it lasted. But hey, I couldn't do that. I had responsibilities. And hey, I learned what I need to learn. And now that my life is getting better, I'm going to continue on the road and my goal and do what I'm doing. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to let nobody stop me, because this is what God wants me to do. And this is what I'm going to do. Until the end. This is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to keep on doing what I do from day to day. Because it's my routine now. And I'm not going to change because I like it. I like my routine now. I like my life now. It's much better. Much, 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 much better. I don't have no confusion. I don't have nothing to get mad for. I don't have nothing to get upset for. I'm just happy. Happy when I get up. Happy when I go to bed. It don't change. Happy, 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 happy. Until the next video, have a great day.